News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Reports have it that the Philippine Army is getting ready for court-martial proceedings against former Presidential Security Group Chief Jesus Durante. Durante has been tagged as the mastermind in the killing of Davao City model and businesswoman Yvonette Chua Plaza. Let's get the latest on this case from Major Yudisan Gultiano. She is a spokesperson of the Special Investigation Task Group. Major Gultiano, thank you for talking to us and taking the time out. Is Brigadier General Durante already in the custody of the Army at the moment?
Hello, good afternoon, Sean, and good afternoon to everybody. As per the statement of AFP, yes, General Durante is already under custody, along with Colonel Lecquiayo. The other soldiers were in the custody of 10th ID.
All right, so two of them are already under military custody while the rest are still under custody of the 10th Infantry Division, which is where they belong to. So that means they're still in Davao or in Mindanao.
Yes, in Davao.
All right, and when will they be transferred to the Manila headquarters?
Well, I believe the soldiers will remain to be at the custody of 10th ID. Only the officers will be at the headquarters.
All right, let's move on to the case, Major. Is General Durante already officially a suspect in the killing of Chua? What charges have been filed so far? And if not, what charges are looking to be filed?
General Durante is already a respondent in a complaint case for murder that we filed on January 25. Also, he will be facing a complaint for obstruction of justice along with other 7 soldiers. And with a civilian and jandos, they will be facing obstruction of justice, complaints for theft, and murder.
Right. Major, you're also a lawyer, and we understand, of course, that when it's a military officer that we're talking about, it's usually a court-martial, right? In this case, is a court-martial, of course, that will proceed. Would you know when that will be proceeding? We understand, of course, if you're not privy to that, but will you also be filing charges in, the usual, quote-unquote, usual courts?
There will be a separate criminal charges in case the complaints for murder, theft, and obstruction of justice will prosper before the court. However, on the court-martial proceedings of AFP, perhaps they would be hearing based on the administrative charges that we would be filing. We would be referring also the case holders of this before the GHQ for them to handle it. I don't know if that's covered by the court-martial, but one thing is for sure, if these complaints will push through or will be filed before the court, there will be a separate criminal hearing before the regional trial court.
Okay, so just to clarify everything, Major, mauuna po yung criminal charges before yung court-martial proceedings, because those proceedings with the military will be based upon the charges that the police will be filing.
It could be sabay. It's because admin proceedings ang pinag-uusapan sa court-martial. Dito, it is a different, since it's not related to their service, the regular court will be the one to handle it.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up for us, Major. Are you in constant communication with the family of Yvonette Plaza Chua? Are they appraised of all the updates in the case?
Yes, they were the ones actually who filed the complaint. Our investigator just assisted. They were very happy of the result of their investigation. They were saddened that General Durante was involved, but at the beginning of the investigation, the family was very cooperative we were able to get some personal, like the laptop and the cell phone and iPad through the family. So they're very happy of the result of the investigation.
Right, Major, we understand that you're not able to discuss all the merits of this case, but were the contents of the laptop and the cell phone really, like what pinned General Durante?
Well, aside from the information or data that we have retrieved from the laptop and a cell phone, we were able to get the physical evidence. I mean, we had also confessions from the gunman and the motorcycle driver themselves. Um, the extrajudicial confession was our actually the best testimony that could link General Durante in this murder case.
All right, one last question, Major. Never mind the court-martial because that will be, the AFP's issue to handle. But what's next for you guys? What next steps can we expect? Can the public expect from the National Police Force?
I will be waiting for the resolution of the preliminary investigation on the murder case that we filed before the prosecution. Once the warrant of arrest will be issued, we will, of course, implement the warrant of arrest and take custody of the suspects.
All right, thank you so much for answering our questions and taking the time out for us this afternoon. Special Investigation Task Group spokesperson, Police Major Yudisan Gultiano. Thank you, ma'am. And Senator Bato de la Rosa admits that he was surprised that Army Brigadier General Jesus Durante III was linked to the murder of Yvonette Chua Plaza. De la Rosa said that he was in disbelief that Durante would risk his career over a woman. The former PNP chief also said that this should serve as a lesson to all men in uniform. Authorities said that Chua's murder could have been a crime of passion, as Durante and the businesswoman allegedly had an affair.
Nagulat talaga, nagulat. Dahil nga, inisip ko, general ka na, one-star general ka, isusugal mo yung career mo at saka yung future ng pamilya mo dahil lang sa isang babae. Kung totoo na, mas maganda huwag ka na pumasok. Huwag ka na pumasok sa problema. Talagang problema yan pag pumasok ka ng extramarital affair.
More stories coming your way after this quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Lately, we've been hearing reports of violence in schools. What could be the cause? Mobile journalist Diana Pascual tells us in this report.
Bloody fistfights in school grounds and fatal stabbing incidents. These are just some of the cases of school violence that have been reported lately. But why is this happening? For teacher Annalyn Surena, who has been an educator for 25 years now, there's been a shift in attitudes and behavior among kids these days.
Noon ay hindi ka pwede sumabat kapag may nag-uusap na mas nakatatanda, hindi ka pwede sumabat. Ngayon, pinakikinggan na ang opinyon kahit ng isang bata. Yung nakikita niya, lalo na kapag yung bata ay medyo mahina, makisabay doon sa nangyayari, madali siyang maaya doon sa masama kaysa doon sa tama.
According to teacher Annalyn, educators nowadays have to be wary of their students because some develop violent tendencies early on.
Minsan sa elementary pa lang, siguro parang mga grade 3, mga ganyan pa lang, lalo na pag-uwian, makikita mo kung ano yung ginagawa. Merong dadampot ng bato, magbabato siya. Isang pagiging violente na rin yun ng isang bata. Merong nangungursunada.
Teacher Annalyn admits that getting students to follow has gotten more difficult over the years. Corporal punishment has been considered a form of discipline, especially for older generations. But now, methods of discipline involving physical or verbal abuse are becoming obsolete.
So na-experience ko noon na paraan ng pagdidisiplina kahit meron pa corporal punishment, naging matino, naging disiplinado. Kaya hindi natin pwedeng sabihin ibalik natin yung paraan ng pagdidisiplina noon. Ang suggestion ko para sa akin ay meron mang konting disiplina pero hindi yung papaluin. Yung hindi sila magre-rebelde.
For now, the DepEd is caught in between a series of investigations involving violence in schools. The agency seeks to review whether there are lapses in security protocols. The DepEd is also considering adding peace culture in the basic education curriculum. But while all of these efforts have yet to bear fruit, teachers are left with the task of making sure students end up right. After all, teachers are considered our second parents. Mobile journalist Diana Pascual. We are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The MMDA says it will be talking to ride-hailing and delivery apps to prioritize applicants who have graduated from the soon-to-open Motorcycle Riding Academy. But the MMDA clarifies that the short course is not a prerequisite to getting hired, nor is it a requirement for a license. The agency expects the Riding Academy to be operational within the first quarter of this year. Pets will be allowed inside the LRT Line 2 trains starting next month. The LRT authority says that pets will have to be vaccinated against rabies, should be in diapers, and placed in a cage. Bigger pets, though, might not be allowed, especially if train cars are crowded. Voters have 4 days left to register for the upcoming barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. The COMELEC is not inclined to extend the registration deadline beyond January 31. Voters can register in COMELEC offices or in accredited centers under the Register Anywhere program. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.